Are we ready for the most artistically and stylistically confused visual novel ever? I hope we are. Hello everyone! How you doing? Just give me a second, I need to change the music. Where's my good old lo-fi? Yeah, that's where we went. There we go. Heyo heyo. No! What? No? No sec only streaming? What? No sec only streaming, I get it now. Oh, Secret of Redicon, that's not the right chat. Why am I always... Since the beginning of the stream, I never changed the stream topic. Novels. Nee, not bubbles, novels. So that looks much more fitting to what we're gonna do today. Hey, Soichiro! Checking in on us for a change. Soichiro and Doikis Polly were playing Ragnarok online with me just before the stream, before I had to get prepared. Today I learned that if you want to buy kimono in Japan, you should not go to Kyoto, but to Kumamoto. Where's Kumamoto? Kyoto was good. Osaka was way better for kimonos. Kumamoto. Oh. Oh yeah, that's where I wanna go too. Or is it? No. I do not have Kumamoto in my list of Japanese places, so I'm gonna add it just now. Though I do wanna go to the southernmost island, because there's a place that I really want to see, but I don't think it's near Kumamoto. But if you're already there, why wouldn't you? It's south and way more cheap. I can imagine. I guess the more you go away from touristic institutions, whoa. That was always almost strategy here. I would assume that the more you go away from touristic institutions, the cheaper it would be for everyday objects. And Kyoto is very touristy when it comes to kimono. There's like kimono lending services everywhere. Also, I'm gonna just turn down the volume just a tiny bit. Yeah, that's better now, I think. So I would just assume that if you go further away, that it would be cheaper. Yeah, there's like kimono lending service on every corner. They just want to get you into kimono and then sell them to you. So we go to a Star Wars convention with the nerdy love interest, and after that you argue with them for some reason, and because you're hungry and you only have ham at home, you just... What? Then before you go to sleep in the dream sequence you see Han Solo, who gives you some kind of good life advice. That sounds like something this wacky adventure could be. So what are we gonna do today? This was announced a long time ago, then I fell sick in between. We're going... This Sunday will be the first now regular happening Spaghetti Code streams, and in Spaghetti Code streams, like in previous iterations that some might remember, we're usually doing programming stuff or we're doing game development, and I want to focus on game development in specifically. And since Nicole did share a lot of weird and wacky visual novel situations that she found herself in, and she's a big fan of visual novels in general, I remembered, hey, there's this one engine that is specifically meant to be as easy as possible to do a visual novel with, and I actually created a fully finished visual novel with this engine, but it's very personal. It dealt with my life and my coming out and my relationship to my ex-boyfriend. So I'm not going to share any details on that one. I can just say I worked with Renpy before. Has been a while, so we will need to consult a lot of documentation. But what I can say is it still is considerably easier than if you'd need to learn programming or coding from the get-go. There is some coding involved, so you will not get off the hook without learning some commands. But they mostly repeat, and once you remember them, you can create your own visual novel, even if you are not that big of a coder. So that's what we're gonna do today. Me, I have no idea where you got that idea. I don't know either. Should I look in the random picture channel in our Discord? By the way, the visual novel we're gonna be... Also, we have... Talkie lo-fi again. I don't want talkie lo-fi. I just want lo-fi. Thank you very much. So, in case you are not yet on our Discord, the characters and situations we will be putting in our visual novel today were created 100% by the Discord, graphics and all. So, if you wanna in the future be integrated and stuff like this, then join our Discord and just mingle. Now that we have this one down, we're gonna go from the very beginning. I'm gonna show you how to set up Renpy, how it looks like from the very beginning, and that's actually not very complicated. So on renpy.org, the official website of the engine, you can just go there and download the latest version of Renpy. You will get a zip file that you just put somewhere, like I put it here. That's the zip file. You extract it, and that's basically it. And then you have this whole bunch of files going on here. I think, I cannot zoom in very much here. Okay. Well, that's a bit better. It's a bit easier to read. So, a little bit about Renpy. What you also need in order to use Renpy is a text editor. And I suggest you're not using the standard Windows text editor, because you will get crazy. I would recommend you get Notepad++. For developers in the chat, you will be very familiar with this tool. This is like the text editor for developers, but it looks complicated. It's free. You can just download it, and you can tell Renpy during the installation that you want to use this editor as standard editor, and then Renpy takes care of everything else. I heard that there are graphical development tools for Renpy already in place. I have not found them, and I'm not familiar with them, but if you Google that, you might find it as well. I'm just can't say anything about the quality or how easy they are. I just know that they might be there. So yeah, you need a text editor. We will be working with Notepad++ today, and everything else, that's it. That's all you need to set up Renpy. You install Renpy, you start it. It has everything technical that it needs. So Renpy is based on Python, which is a development language. It is a very popular language. I don't like it, but I'm a weird developer, so you shouldn't listen to me that intently. But Python has a bit of a problem that space bars and tab stops are part of the language. So if you don't put them correctly, many devs don't like Python. Yeah, it's a bit unhandy, but Renpy is based on Python. You don't need to know much about Python. The only thing you need to know is every line has to start with 4 space bars if it has content in it. That's all that Renpy cares about. If you don't do that, Renpy will not start your game. But now let's take a look at the actual engine itself. It's very basic. So it's not Unity that has like a tons of features. You start it up, and this is the view that you get. I already created a lot to the marine animal rescue project, but I'm gonna show you what creating a new project looks like. So it's pretty basic. So if you start this for the very first time, you only have tutorials and the questions, which are 2 sample games that Renpy brings you, so you can look up how they handle certain things and certain features. So you can either play through them, or you can actually go in the folder and take a look at what they're doing to achieve certain things. But we're creating a new project, and then it says you will be creating an English language project. Otherwise, you have to change the preferences of Renpy itself, that you want a different language. So there's more language support. Also, the font is Unicode, so there shouldn't be any issues with special characters. Oh, Beefwolf, hello! Hello for joining! Beefwolf and I had the most insane Magic the Gathering Commander game I've ever witnessed. Alright, so yeah, creating a new project. We're creating it in English because we just leave it at that, and we put in a name. So I'd say this is the chat falls in love with a fox, just because it is a weird name. We say continue, and then you can select the size of your game. So Renpy, you either go the way of you only have one resolution that gets scaled up to any device that there is, or you can set different graphics for different starts of your game, but that's a bit more complicated, so we're not going to do that today. For today, we're going to deal with 1080 times 720 pixels. You can go full HD as well if you want to, but then you have to adapt your graphics, your backgrounds to the new size that you want to have. But I prepared everything for the standard 1280 to 720. You can select background colors. That's changeable later. It's just for your basic menus, unless you want to do some fancy graphics. We're just gonna take pink, just for testing purposes. And then Renpy is creating your project. What I don't know is where it is creating that project right now. I would assume... Oh yeah, in the preferences you can set where new projects should be created, what editor you want to use, and that's basically it. So now we have the chat falls in love with a fox project, and then you see a lot of weird files here, and this is where we get into the crunchy bits of Renpy. Renpy creates .rpa files for everything. There are 3 that are created immediately when you create the project, which is the scripts RPI. This is the file where everything that happens in the game is put together. Then there's the options RPI, which is where you can set certain options outside of the game that cannot be changed by the player, and where you can enable certain options that are displayed to the player in game. And then there's the GUI RPI. This is RPI file, which is all the settings for how the rendering is handled. Usually you don't have to touch the GUI RPI at all. I think the only thing that we need to change here is the title screen, if I remember correctly. Also, why did you not remember Notepad++ for my standard editor? No, I want system editor, non-JEdit. Nope, that's not what I want. I want the system editor. For some reason, my Windows does not remember Notepad++ being the standard editor. Because window, yes, probably. Probably that's why. So I have to set it now manually. Andere apps. So, screw me if I'd know where I installed Notepad++ too. Ah, there it is. Okay. So there we go. We click on it, and then we're here. There's like a bunch of stuff. You can look up this in the documentation. There's like, what color do certain things have in the game? What fonts do you want to use if you want to change them? What font sizes do you want to use? Yeah, main menu and game menu. Background, this is probably something that we're gonna be changing today. Everything else we'll just leave as is, because it's not necessary to change them unless you really know what you want to achieve with them. But this is all just graphic stuff. Yeah, like what do your buttons look like? What size do your buttons have, and stuff like this. Mostly what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be working in the scripts.rpi. What language is this written in? The Renki Engine is based on Python. But the actual scripting for the scenes is very reduced Python and very simplified Python. You can insert Python blocks like with normal Python code. There is a whole SDK that you can have access to in Renpy if you know how to achieve that in Python, if you want to go beyond of what's in. Why Python? I don't know. I'm with you on that one. I'd love it if it was something else, but it is Python. But we're not gonna do much Python today. We're mostly doing Renpy Python, and Renpy Python is super easy. Also, if... Ooh, is there a language highlighter for... Python highlighter doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Change it, I guess. Yes. ISE inline C86 64 assembly. Wes lurks. Oh, Gamer Bear lurks because I'm playing Dead by Daylight and having fun for once again. Yay! That's nice. I have no idea what you're talking about, D-King. If you want to elaborate. But yeah, alright. So we're now going to switch to our Love to the Marine Animal Rescue project. And I already set up a sample thing that I was showing everyone on stream beforehand. Assembly language. Oh, holy shit. You go in OG. I only ever had like a week of assembly ever, and I don't remember anything. So no, I can't really. So this is our standard intro screen. There's no music, so we're still a long way to go to create anything. But we already have our title here, and we can start the game. I already put in some graphics. I adapted the graphics to the correct size because Renpy is not standardizing the sizes of graphics that it gets. So if you have like this asset was like way too big because it came in like full HD resolution, and our Sasha was like the half of the screen. Same with all the other graphics, so you do have to actually adjust it to the size of the game that you're choosing. We might see that if we're adding new stuff to the game, that sizes are important. But yeah, we do have a bit of text. We do have a scene change, so like we have a different background now. We have different characters fading in and out, and then we have Han Solo, the absolute unit. We have another scene change and another character. So these are all the characters that we're gonna use today. They were created by the lovely people in chat and on my Discord. So we will have weirdness. But yeah, that's how it looks right now. That's all I do. Python is very confusing to me. Better off with HLA for high level stuff. Use that. True. I only learned some C, Sharp, or ++, can't remember, but close to shell script. Shell script? That would be neither then. And I'm now learning Java. Good noodle. Also, can we have like some chiller? I think I have to take another station because that's not the station I want. Where's the folk station? Folk seems good for today because we're having a chill stream. I know I started like high energy, but something went wrong. Okay, there's no folk music available for YouTube Safe streaming. That's great. So I guess we're stuck with the lo-fi channel then. But please give us some other songs, please. Oh, let's keep that. That is. So, yeah. So, we do have our script RPI file. This is where we'll mostly be working on. We're gonna take a quick look at the options RPI later. But yeah. So, first things first. Before you're gonna start with Renpy, you have to tell Renpy what assets are you using. And you have to give them keywords so you can use them later on when you script out your scenes. So for example, here we have the background area. Let's be nice and formatted accordingly. So here we have our three backgrounds. We have the school, we have the street, and we have the dorm room. And how that works is I tell image, that tells Renpy I want to define a new image that I want to use for something. Then BG is a keyword for background, so if you want to define a background, you have to use image background. And then you give your background a name. So this is also basically the scene name or the background name that you want to load in once you script out the actual things that are happening. So that's for backgrounds. Now for characters, same thing. You have image to tell Renpy, hey, I want to define an image now. And then the second word is your character name. The character name will automatically be displayed in the text box if you let that character speak something. And also you can call different expressions or different variations of your assets by the keywords that you give them here. So in case for red is our main character for this game. I can, nope, this is my old game. This is just if we need to steal some assets. So where are the assets? They are already in here. So this is our project folder, like Love TV Marine Animal Rescue. This is what Renpy automatically created. Under the games folder, there is an images folder, and there you can just put in everything that you want to load in. It doesn't even have to be in the image folder. It can be anywhere in the project folder as long as you tell Renpy the correct path to it. I stuck with assembly over the years. Never really learned high-level languages except for reverse engineering the finer points is what I'm referring to. Yeah, probably. I was never that fond and never that interested in hardware programming. I always wanted to do games, and that's like always very high level. Unless you work on a console or an old console. So yeah, images. This is where all our images are, and this is red. This is our main character, and we have the version of her looking to the right and of her looking to the left. And these are two different images, so that's why we have to define them 2 times. So I have the 2 variations of red, image red neutral left, image red neutral right. Easy to remember, and that's how we call it. We only tell it where it can find the file. If you do not give any other folder prefixes, Renpy will just think, yeah, I'm gonna check the image folder if that's okay for you. If I don't find it there, I'm just gonna crash. If you want an actual folder based from the root folder of the project folder, then you have to give it the actual folder. So like our backgrounds are in the backgrounds folder and not in the image folder. So we have them separated. Oh yeah, we have a subfolder in images. So actually you always have to put them in image now. I think it wasn't the case before, but it's been a while. We did that for every character. So I have our Sasha character, which is the guy with the headphones, which is our nondescript, gendered cousin of our main character. And he has different expressions. So I had to create different definitions for him in the Renpy file. So we have image Sasha neutral, because he's always looking at the camera anyway, so we don't have to give him left or right. And image Sasha concerned, and image Sasha surprised, and we can add the other expressions if we ever need them. And that's all you have to do for your characters. Every time you have a new expression, then you have to edit here. So I do have like an own character session for each image that I want to use for each character. And I'm just gonna cross-check this with, I guess, Master MP? No, that's not the right script. So this is my old game. I'm not gonna go into the text, but I'm gonna steal old stuff that I did, because I'm not... Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Does the Python highlighting work here? Kinda. So this is not the definition file. Where is the definition file? It's in the script file, probably. Screens. I think I don't have a script RPI file anymore with this game, so it probably won't even start. Okay, doesn't matter. We're not gonna look at this. We're gonna do new stuff. If I don't find it there, I'm just gonna crash. Oh, how are the cats doing? The cats are doing fine. Feed the Beast is back, and apparently you want me to do this whole thing in Kigurumi. Mine are sleeping at the moment, so let me get the Kigo on and then we feed the Beast. Is that fine? I have to admit, the Kigo's comfy, but the tail is a bit annoying if you want to sit down. Nope, that's the wrong screen. There we go. Kigo mode engaged, so now I'm on the same level of ridiculousness as this game is gonna be. And we're gonna feed the beasts. Louis, Will. You almost spilled my Mate. Yeah. Nein, das ist nicht alles nur für dich. Cat. Meow. This is the Louis. This is Louis. This is like the big, chunky, fluffer cat. Who's also a bit of a dick. Yes, win always. There we go. But that's all you get. Because we have another boy here as well. Somewhere. No. Ja, du. Steht dran, da musst du herkommen. Komm mal her. Stupido. And this is the... Hey. Bist du fertig? And this is Will. This is the second one. He is not that big of a dick. He's more chilled. So, beasts have been fed. So let's go back to Renpy then. Chill and shy. Yeah, that's what Will is. All right. So we have defined our characters' graphics. But we also have to define the characters themselves. So, with just define and the name, we define the actual characters that we want to use. With this simple command, it's just character, opening brackets, then you give them the name of your character, like how it should be rendered in-game. And then you can give it a color. This color is not changing the text color that this character is always speaking in, but only the name tag that is gonna be displayed if you're using that character in the scene. And as well, we did that for each character, for now. I don't know if the values fit, but if somebody wants a different color for a different character, you can always post in chat. I'm just gonna take from the chat and put it in here. No questions asked. Unless it gets weird, or weird is fine, but if it gets like political or something like this, I might not be, but yeah. So we already got some example code or some example things from Renpy that show us how we can display a background, because our scene will most likely start with the background that we want to be displaying to set the scene of where we are right now, before characters pop in and start interacting or doing something. So how we can do this is, there's the keyword scene, and then we can use background. That's why we always have to define the background key for our backgrounds. So scene background, and then the background that we want to display, like we defined it over here. So it's background school. That's the first thing we're trying to do. And then we can give a transition animation. There is a couple of animations that Renpy can do out of the box with different keywords, but I have to look them up because I just don't know them by heart. So yeah, we have dissolve, we have fade. No, music and sound is not what we want. Where are all the transition keys? I think there's only fade and dissolve, honestly. I don't know what the difference is, but we're gonna try it out. So we now change this to dissolve. Get the dissolve transition. Right, then we have, this shows a character sprite. A placeholder is used, but you can replace it by adding a file name. So if you try to call a character that you haven't defined here and as the graphic that you want to actually try to invoke, Renpy will use a silhouette of an anime girl with a question mark to symbolize, hey, I just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Can you define it better or define it at all? But for us, this should work because we say show Sasha neutral, and then we can give it a position. So it's like show the character that we want to show, the expression that we want to show, because we defined that over here. And then we can, oh no, Sasha is this character, it's not red. So Sasha neutral should be displayed. And then we can tell Renpy whether or not we want to see him left, right, or in the middle. So like there's at center, there is at right, and there's at left. That's the three stages that we have. And then we can define how this character should come into the scene. So we can say with move in left, so he should stay on the left side of the screen, but he also should move in from the left side of the screen. That's exactly what's happening when we start the game. We see Sasha coming in from the left, and then he's staying at the left. So let's toy around with this a little bit. I'm gonna quit it right here. Why the hell is an alarm going off? That's not what I need right now. So, of course, before we tinker around with this, we also need to know how we can display text. And that is the easiest of them all. It is just the character that you want to have something speak. And then, with quotation marks, the text it is supposed to speak. If the text is too long for the dialog box, I honestly don't know what would happen. I would assume Renpy would render it correctly, but I'm not sure. So we're gonna try that out later as well. But for now, we're gonna try to tinker around with the animations a bit to get a better understanding of how they work. Because we do have our Sasha here now, but what if we want to move him during the screen? So like, let him say I'm standing on the left, but I would rather stay on the right. And then now I have to look this up as well, because I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I can look this up in my game. That's what I can do, because I use that constantly. Let's see, what do we have here? That's how we can hide characters. Scene with the solve. Normal right at right with move in right. Move out right. That's how we do it if we want to hide him. But what if we want to move him? You lost a ton to the right? What? What's that supposed to mean? I'm not speaking about the political right, I'm just speaking about moving the character to the right. No, not the quick start. Transitions, positions, there we go. At right. To do this, add cluster. Okay, we're just gonna try it out because the documentation does not give me any more information about this either. So we're just gonna see what happens if we say show Sasha neutral at right with, yes, move alone would suffice. I'm not sure. Let's take away the width and see what happens. So this is where Python is a bit bitchy. So like our define things, they were all starting with the first letter in a line. Our definitions for scenes, on the other hand, are different. Because we have this label start, which means this is our start of the game. This is where the game jumps in. We are now in a label. And that means every line has to begin with 4 blank spaces. So if I zoom in right here, you can see there are like 4 spaces. Notepad++ does by default a tab stop because that would be the same thing, like here. I mean, it does not now because I changed the settings, but if you use a tab stop instead of 4 space bars, the whole script will not compile and Renpy will tell you that a certain line does not start with 4 blank spaces. I don't know why Python needs this. This is part of the syntax and this is what makes Python a bit weird to work with, but this is the only coding specific thing you have to remember. So even now that we have our new line, we have to make sure we have 4 space bars and not a tab stop there, otherwise Renpy will not accept it. So yeah, we're gonna say Sasha neutral at right, and then he will say, hey, I'm standing on the right now. Hey, I'm standing on the right now. And then we can already try out how we can make characters disappear from a scene again. Because sometimes we do not want to change the scene to make certain characters disappear, but they just come in. add something to the game, and then move out again. So we're gonna say height Sasha. We only have to specify the character because there's always, if you would be using all these 3 Sashas at the same time in your game, what Renpy would assume you mean is that specific character should now change their graphic, then their expression, and would just overwrite the previous Sasha with the new Sasha. So if we just say show Sasha neutral at left, and then show Sasha neutral, so show Sasha concerned at right, then he would first display neutral at the left side, and then would move him over to the right side and change the graphic as well. And that's how you animate the flow of Renpy. So right now we're gonna say height Sasha with move out right, because he's already on the right side. He should move out of the right side. He can go. I think that's the command. Is that the right thing? All right. Height narrow with move out right. Yeah, that should be it. Can be in the same line, but I don't think it has to be. I don't think it has to be. We'll see. We're just gonna start and test whether or not what we do is correct. So right now, he's moving in from the left, standing on the left. I'm standing on the left, but I would rather stay on the right. And then he pops over because we didn't say how he's supposed to move there. Hey, I'm standing on the right now. And then he moves out of the right. And then the whole scene just keeps going the way we define it. So now we have to figure out how we can move him without just blinking to the position that we want to have him in. I would assume that this is with the move tag, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check that out. Online documentations. Positions. Show Sylvie, small, to do this repositioning. There is right, center, and true center. True center would mean that it is smack dab in the middle of the screen. So like, get this over here, because we have to check. Those are the menus and the labels. We're gonna deal with this as we go along. But first I have to check. Those are the transitions. We're not that far yet. Positions. Creators can define their own positions. I know that, but music and sound, we have to figure that out as well, but we'll get there when we get there. GUI customizations, characters, script. Oh, the question, releasing your game. Where do we go from here? Like, as if the quick start guide is enough to make your whole game. I mean, it kinda is, but not everything. Ending the game. Menu labels and jumps. That's not what I want. I just want to know how. I have to find that in the other game, I would assume, but I'm gonna take that away because, again, personal stuff. So, yeah, I know about that one. Stop sound, play sound. Honestly, that's not the correct scene. I need the intermezzo scene, which should be this one. Yes. Because I animated the shit out of this one. Oh yeah, alright. So, yeah, I was right. I remembered it correctly, but I was just too chicken to do it. So if you say, you make a show command and say with move, then Renpy knows that you want to move him to that position. So if we start this right now, that should do what we want it to do. Yeah, now he's moving. That's what we want. So, alright. So basically, we now have all the tools to create our first scene. And that's what we're gonna do today. Or right now. So we're gonna delete all that hubbub. I'm gonna take that and save it, just in case that we need to look something up. But basically, we're gonna delete everything that is in here. So, important thing, you have your label, and in the end, you have to have your return. So Renpy knows when the game is over. If that is not present, the whole thing will not start. I hope that's all we need. Yeah, that's all we need. And now, We're able to create our first scene. So let me check on Discord what we said our first scene is going to be. But I think it is Red waking up at the animal rescue, being woken up by her intern, who wants to pick up one of her friends from the airport. Wow, that was long ago. It's like a lot of Pollux things in between. Testing my game. There's the ham solo. There we go. So scene number 1. Prologue would be the first one, but I would want to actually go to the scene 1 because that would be more interesting to animate. Scene 1, Charlie and Red are at the airport. They're there to pick up Ishar, who starts her exchange program. Maybe they can meet another character by accident there, so we can introduce them too. So, what I would have in mind is that Red is still asleep at the animal rescue shelter, which would be the dorm. Because it's just like a normal room. Looks like a normal room. Do we have something else? I do have a lot of assets that we can use instead. So let's see. Modern backgrounds. Maybe there's something here that we can use. A bedroom. We could use that as a bedroom for Red, I think. So like this morning ambience would work. So let's take that. Which is morning light. Light off, light on. Ah, so they actually animated the light being on and off. That's cute. We need light off. That's fine. So we're gonna take that one, put it into our image folder, into our background folder, and we're gonna name it BG Red Bedroom. I'm immediately gonna copy and paste that. I hope the size is correct. What's the size on this one? Oh, that's too big, so we have to resize this. I would assume blue would be enough for this. So again, I mean, let's leave it at the size it is right now, so it is a good example of what's happening if you just use images that are too small or too big. So now we have to, Red Bedroom, we have to add this new background. .jpg. I hope it can use JPEGs. I think it can, but we'll see. So, and then we're gonna start our game there. So we're gonna set scene background Red Bedroom with fade, I'd say. And then I actually don't know how we can put in weights, but I would put in weights, but we're gonna script it out in the most basic form imaginable. So what I would envision now what's happening is the alarm clock is going off in Red's room, because I would assume Red is a very reliable person, and if her intern would ask her to drive to the airport to pick up a friend, she would set an alarm clock. And then Red is what is Red gonna say in response to the alarm clock? That's your job now, Chad. You will write the texts. I will just copy and paste them in. Typing mistakes and all, everything. Just give me something. So here we're gonna do add alarm clock sound. How we do sound? I'm gonna do that after everything else in the scene is done. Let's say it that way. Ugh, how I hate this song. What song would play? What song would play? Morning already? Well, I better get up. Honestly, I first want a response, because then I would give the player the option whether or not he wants to get up or keep sleeping throughout the alarm clock, and then the scene just changes a tiny bit. That's because I want to show you how you can set choices and how to jump around in those choices. So I would take Deutkes Polly with Urk. I hate this song, but we will need a song that is playing in the alarm clock. Oh, I hate this song. And now I have to check how choices work. I have to check that in the red and green stuff. Do we have choices there? I think it's the keyword choices. Again, I have prepared a little bit for this stream, but I couldn't remember everything without non-stop working on things. So I hope you're okay with me looking things up constantly. I still don't get where the scripts Renpy is. So like here in this game, because it was that long that it exceeded the maximum lines a file can get, you can create multiple RPY files, all RPY files that are in a project folder. Renpy will load in as normal scene scripts, and then you can put on labels on every one of those files to jump around to the actual scene. So we will put every scene in their own file, except the first one will be in the native file. Let's see. Choice? No. If? No. Okay, then I have to check in the documentation how we can script of the question. Nope, that's not what we want. Pause statement, ending the game, music and sound, images, characters. So basic. Can we get like super good stuff here? The Renpy language, language basics, control flow. That's what we need. Labels and control flow. Dialogue and narration is probably also the say statement. Exactly, defining character objects. We went over this, so this is like in more detail what you can have. You can also say, because there's a voice tag, you can give Renpy like a short soundbite that will be rendered as bit speech for every letter that shows up in the text box. We're gonna do that later as well. For each character, a different one if you want to add some flavor to your visual novel that way. But now what we actually want is choices. Jump statement, call statement. That is, oh, cat, you are so cute. Come here. Katze will kuscheln. Special labels, that's nothing that we need right now. So labels are not it. Special characters. Dialogue window object. Nope. Nope. We want choices. Monologue mode. Python equivalence. Window show. This is all not what we're looking for. Transitions, translations, displayables, customizing Renpy. Screen language, it's all not what I want. Where's like the choice? Choice? Oops. Choice menus. There we go. No, this is just how you can change how those windows are displayed, but then it has to be language basics. Maybe it's here. Game directory, comments, indentations, elements of statements, simple expression. That's not what we're looking for. Why is it so hard to find like the most basic thing of interaction that you need? Ah, conditional statements. I think that's it. That's the if. That's the while. That's the past statement. That's not what we need. So this is a bit of coding that you have to learn, is how an if or else statement works. So every programming language has the possibility to give a trait statement that is either true or false, like armor points higher or equal than 10. And if that's the case, then we do possibility A. If that is not the case, but our points are a different value, then we do something else. So this is something that you have to learn even with Renpy. It's not that hard, and it's mostly logical, but you have to do that. So, where the hell Renpy show choice? I think it is show choice. In-game menus. Menu set, menu arguments. What the hell is the choice? Label after menu. Oh, that's how it works. Okay, it's menu. That's complicated. Okay. So, let's try it out. Even for me, that's weird. So, we're gonna say menu, double point, and then we have to do another 4 indentations, because this is a sublabel to this label, and then we have to indent even more. And this is where Python is a bit unruly, but should work. So I guess Just gonna ask the question, what are you doing? And then we can say for our first action, get up. And then we say jump to getting up. So what that means, I'm going in that later. Wake me up before you Coco would be. Oh, fucking love the Kigo. Thank you, Kerpe. Hello, Kerpe. How you doing? I enjoyed... Oh, wait. We've got to totally... Do I have a shout-out screen here? Please tell me that I have. If not, I will do so just for Kerpe. Okay, I'll have to... Give me a second. I have to steal the shout-out player for this screen. Because I enjoyed your stream so much, Kerpe, yesterday. It was so fun. Your friends are so hilarious. So yeah, go to Kerpe. Currently he's playing Sekiro. What's happening?
First try.
Sounds like he broke. Poor Kerpe.
And there's people that do this shit with a broken sword. What the fuck is wrong with them?
So for a little context, Kerpe did an Dark Souls 3 run, only strength. And he actually managed to do so. So yeah, back to business. We're still on our menu thing. So we're gonna create a new label that we can jump to based on the decision that the player marks will choose. I think this is after I killed the twin princesses after a bunch of hours of attempts. Thank you for that, so for that shout out, of course. Holy shit, Wiggly Steve yesterday that still killed me. Okay, and then we ignore the alarm is the second option, and then we jump to ignore. And now I have to check how labels work. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's easy. As it should be. Label chapter 1 after pass, so give me another check in here. Do we have 4 labels here on this scene? Of course we don't have any labels on this scene. Where the hell is the script? I need the base script for this, because like all the cool shit is in the base script of this game, but I can't find it. Is it the master script? It is the master script. Of course it's the master script. Why didn't I check the master script in the beginning? Why wouldn't I? Jump choice 1, jump choice 2. Okay, so this is how it actually works. So, we actually don't make a sub-label out of this, so we have to change this around. This is correct. Oops. And now we can make the 2 labels label getting up, and we can add whatever's happening here, and then we can say label ignore, and then we have label continue scene 1, since the script will always follow from the top to the bottom. So if we're jumping to getting up without jumping over ignore, he would just do both one after another. Also, the pronunciation of my name was so accurate it's almost scary. Hey man, I'm an Austrian. It's like Germanic languages, no issue there. Also, you said it a couple of times on stream, and I just remember how your name is pronounced. Also, Kat is giving me support. Also, Polyworld is here. Very important. So, alright, so let's get. So what is our lovely red gonna say if we're saying we're gonna getting up? So I think that's where Nicole's line will come in. Morning already. Well, I better get up. And then we're gonna say show red neutral. She's coming in from the left. So left, add left with move in left, and then we're gonna say jump to continue scene 1. That's it. So this is like our first choice. What I would want to have happen is if she ignores the alert, her intern will come in and try to wake her up. 5 more minutes. Okay, that's actually a good line. I said that myself too many times. So Red says, what are you working on exactly? We are creating a visual novel written by my Discord and chat. This is to show how the Renki Engine works, which is a dedicated visual novel engine. Most people probably will know the engine from games like Doki Doki Literature Club, but there is a whole list of games that were created with Renpy, all of varying success and quality, but Doki Doki Literature Club is like the one that made the most splash the last couple of years. And this engine is specifically kinda tries to be as simple as it can be. So artists that can create their own visual novel assets can create visual novels themselves without help of a coder. If all they want is show some choices, show some branching paths, show some graphics, and let text be happening on screen. And that's what we're gonna do today. So the chat has created a plethora of characters with varying quality of assets. And we're now putting them all in one game. So like these are all the characters that we're gonna use today. Yeah, that's it. And also chat is giving me all the lines that the characters are going to say. So now I have to check for the wait block. It's pause. Okay. So we have to call a script. So this is a bit different than other things in Renpy. So this now is very, very codey. But 5 more minutes. We actually want to wait for things to happen. So for this, we have the line renpy.pause. Started with a $sign. So $sign indicates that you want to call an actual Python function inside of your script. So everything else that we did just here, that is Renpy speech. Renpy takes all those things that we did with all these labels and menus and puts them into compilable Python code. Usually you, as a person that only wants to use the standard features, you don't have to care about this because you're not working in Python. You're not creating your own methods that you want to call. You could, but we won't today. We'll probably never, because I can't code Python. But with a $sign and then calling the function that you want to call, you can do so. And one of the basic ones that you would probably use is the renpy.pause script, which is just telling Renpy, hey, wait for 2.5 seconds now. Since Red is just like slamming the alarm clock, sleeping for 5 more minutes, and what would be happening here is now to do, since we haven't done sound or anything yet, do make knocking sound. Since Sheila is gonna come, and or Shali, no, it's Shali. Shali will come and try to wake up Red. So what is Shali gonna say to the alarm behind closed doors and to the snoring Red? So who's Shali? What's the asset for Shali? Shali is our Star Wars character. That's Shali. She's the intern of Red. They both work at a marine animal rescue shelter in some unnamed town somewhere at the beach. And they're good friends. I think I could just read what the character descriptions are. So, Red. Red works at the Marine Animal Rescue Shelter. She's an animal lover and passionate about her work. No one really knows her real name, so everyone just calls her Red. She likes Star Trek, Sequest, and environmentalism, dislikes animal products like leather and fur. And Charlie is an intern in the Marine Animal Rescue Shelter run by Red. She's a bit esoteric and a spiritual enthusiast who strives to be aligned with nature. She likes animals and spiritualisms, and she dislikes Leon, which is a character that comes later. So what is Shali? Hey, are you still not up yet? Stop vocabulary tag. Verpackungsbeilage. Oh, Solia coming with a vocabulary that's like, wow. I don't even know what Beilage. Okay, you definitely get your points back because I don't know. But I have to check. Too many screens. I'm so happy. Pattern line for culture, yes. Story time we did. Stop Kigo time we did. Vocabulary test you get back. Japanese word. Japanese packaging word. Hoso. Is that really the word? Onpo. That would make sense because this is the kanji for box. Hoso. Hoso. What's the English word for Beilage? Always these compound words. Of course, compound words. English Packungsbeilage. Leaflet. Okay. Japanese leaflet word. Rifuretto. I don't think so. Insert? No. Hirashi. Dentan. Benmaku. Oh, that's a valve. Don't think so. Would need to know what this is actually meaning to discern whether or not this is what we need. Leaflet. Single transmission community. Oh, that would be it. So what do we say? It's Hosono Denton. Yeah. That would be the Packungsbeilage, or the insert of a medicine package, or like a package in general. So Hosono Denton. But I did not know that from the top of my head, because why would I? But I really should, but yeah. Okay, so we do have a line. Heyo, hello Miss Conroll. How you doing? We're creating our first scene. Hey, are you still not up yet? Isha is, I think, the character who we pick up. It's Isar. Isar's plane is gonna land in 45 minutes. We need to go. Night Hunter's also here. I have a line. Why is there lying straw? Maybe later. Maybe later when the story gets more steamy. And there's a Rpa. Cute. Solia's cuting everyone. Alright. Back to business. So yeah, this plane is gonna land in 45 minutes. We need to go. And then Red exasperated. Alright. I'm coming. And then we do the same thing. Probably we're gonna do this here already, because the result of both choices are the same. So, but now we're gonna say jump to continue scene 1. And with that, we have our first part of the visual novel with a choice. Yar run morn. What? Wisdom. Yar run morn. An old Wookiee expression that talks about being present to catch a Wookiee who slips out of a tree. Is that to catch a Wookiee slipping out of a tree? Is that an insinuation of a thing that I think it is because they live in trees? But yeah. Look at the cat. Look at the cat. Isn't he cute? He's also a bit of a dick. But he's cute. So yeah, let's see if our choice actually works or whether or not we're just crashing. I think we're crashing. There's nothing happening here. That's not good. Oh, because we didn't save the file. Always save your file. It doesn't do it automatically. But now we have. Once in England, a fox pup was caught in a wire trap for 2 weeks, but survived because its mother brought it food every day. He's a cat. Of course he is cute. If you would play KOTOR about 10 hours more, you would visit the homeworld of the Wookiees. True. End of line expected. Okay, what did we fuck up here? We have a return there, don't we? We do have a return here. Woo, thank you! Oh my god! Thank you, Karpa, for the sub! Well, thank you! Thank you very much. You just wanna... Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you very much. I'm still so far away from new emotes. By the way, considering emotes, Karpa, how far are you with the new emotes? Double is too much in line 106. Oh yeah, I'm stupid. You don't need any. So usually in other programming languages, you would put a symbol at the end of a line to tell the compiler that's the end of the line. That's all we have, but we don't do that here. There we go. Now it can work. How I hate this song. So usually the song should be playing here. We're gonna put that in later. I hate this song. And now we can say we can get up, or we ignore the alarm. And we say we get up. Morning already? Well, I better get up. And then she's here, and then that's the end of the script. That's why it immediately stops. So that works. Let's see if the other jump does work. 5 more minutes. Now we would have her intern knock. Hey, are you still not up yet? Isha's plane is gonna land in 45 minutes. We need to go. Alright, I'm coming. And then she's here. We probably should put her into center, since we're just introducing her as a character. I can literally unlock only one more emote as an affiliate after yesterday, so I guess we have to make you a partner, Karpa. Everybody, go watch Karpa. He's a really talented artist. And a real cool VTuber. And his pineapple crocodile friend is hilarious. I watched until the very end. It was amazing. Alright, so what now? How do we introduce our characters? So now I have to check, because there is a monologue mode where you can basically let the talked text be. First line, does it what? Monologue mode. Some visual novels have extended narration or multiple blocks of dialogue from the same characters. In these cases, typing the name of the character and the quotes multiple times is somewhat redundant. Oh, okay, that's how it works. So there is no actual... I think you can change the font to be, like, italic, so you have, like, inner thoughts. Aw, Naru is, in fact, very cute. The Solio. You bad boy. Karpa is not playing. Karpa has to go on an adventure if he wants to play. Cat, you're a... I mean, I love you. You are the most adorable thing ever. But you're also really annoying me right now. So is it okay if I put you over there? I know. I'm a bad boy. So, now we want to introduce Red to our players. So this is like basically the first scene that they have, and then this girl shows up. There's a name they don't just know now. But what is Red saying when she is getting ready for the day and explaining who she is, what she does, and what's going on? I have no clue what's going on here. So, I have my own chatbot where you can go on adventures and gain experience points. This is a thing from before I was affiliate, but wanted to have affiliate points, so I basically made that myself. You can say !adventure, and you go on an adventure to do experience points, and then other people can cute you or bonk you and send you to horny jail. There we go. Now you can cute him, Soldier. Alright, so how would Red introduce her? How do we have her in a monologue explain what's going on? So what I would do in between is also make her move around on screen just so it looks like she is gathering her stuff. Ab wann ist es ein Stufe 2 Abo? When I got 10 concurrent subs, then I get level 2. And I think I'm at 7 or something. Red, the air is great here in our rescue center. I said I'm just gonna copy and paste things as I get them from the chat. The air is great here in the rescue center. Right. Enter. Even if I work late into the night, I'm gonna have to zoom out a bit because can't write much otherwise. Even if I work late into the night, I always wake up refreshed. And then we do a little jab that it's not always the case. Well, most of the times. Well, most of the time anyway. So what's the next line? Also, what? Also, it's not I can do. What? In Twitch? Oh no, it's nothing that you can do. I mean, you can gift sub people, but that costs you a lot of money. But if everyone who's currently in the stream has Amazon Prime and doesn't need their Prime sub somewhere else, I would really appreciate if you throw it my way. That's fine. Alright, so, what else is gonna Red explain? What do the players need to know at the moment? They need to know they are at the rescue center. They need to know about Red, who she is, and what's her name. Also, we need a name for the city now. You can come up with the city. It's a beach city. It's like kind of Hawaiian in my mind, where an animal rescue center would make sense. So come up with a name because we're name dropping it right now. It's been a while since I came to Redacted. And this place seemed as good as any. What? 15 sub points is 2 emotes, 25 for 3 emotes, 35 for 4 emotes. Holy shit, that's a lot of points. Damn, I wish I punctuated that better, lol. No, but I get what she's saying. So yeah, I'm still a long way go to... I want to grow the channel, but I need to put in more work, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm not regretting it, though. Nicole! What? Has gifted 1 sub to the viewer! To the Gamer Bear, too! Oh my! Thank you so much, Nicole. Really, it's very much appreciated. That really helps out a lot. Like getting new features and stuff. Thank you! Also, we still need a name for the city. Sub hype! Also, I just realized how lame my sub sound is, so I'm gonna change that until Wednesday. Oh yeah, we're not gonna have a stream on Wednesday, unfortunately. Which is something I should announce, maybe. Yeah, on Wednesday, we're not gonna have a Paper Mario stream or a Let's Play stream. Since I am dog sitting in Steins, in Styria, at my family's place. And that means we will not have something on Wednesday, unfortunately. At least not a Paper Mario thing. Maybe we'll have something spontaneous and different that I can do with my company laptop, but I wouldn't count on it. City name, Kulankaule, apparently Hawaiian for city. Perfect. We take that. We definitely take that. It's Kuelana Kauhale. Oh, you should put sub progress bar up on stream. I had that for a while, but since it didn't move, now I have something different. I have my Akia Dream bar. And it's growing steadily, month to month. So for people that don't know me or this Akia Dream thing, in Japan, there are a bunch of Kyoto. Let's see. Bank. List of Akia banks. No. Kyoto Akia. I think it is here already. This is it. So there are a lot of houses that are basically abandoned in Japan. And they're mostly on the countryside because nobody wants to live on the countryside in Japan. At least younger people do not want to because there is not much job opportunity. So these houses are very cheap. So this is one that I... Just give me a second to put in the right screen. So this is an Akia bank. So these are Akias. These are abandoned houses. They are either... people died that lived there and nobody wanted to inherit them, or there is nobody that can inherit them, or people just moved away and it fell to the municipal to find something new. This would be one of the houses that I'd really love to have because the location is just great and it's really big. And they are mostly traditional Japanese houses, and they are, compared to the size of them, rather cheap. So like this one is like 250 square meters of living space, 333 meters of space, like garden space and stuff, and it costs $38,000. So that's like a complete house with the ground. What is Grundstück English? Holy shit, my English is bad. Plot of land. So it's like the whole plot of land with the house on it for like $38,000, 38,000 euros. And there are cheaper alternatives. They're in various states. They need renovation most of the time, but they're rather cheap, and I want one. And that's why I have my Akia Dream. No, wrong screen. That's why I have my Akia Dream bar. It's like basically the money that I saved up for this. You say dollars, nearly as weird as RuPaul. Yeah, I know my German English accent is really bad, despite me now streaming in English for quite some time, and I absolutely hate it, and I need to work on it. But okay, sorry for the Akia detour. I could talk about this a lot because I'm researching it a lot, and I want to do. That's also the reason why I'm learning Japanese, and why there is a stop vocabulary test in my channel goodies, where you can just ask me a word, and I have to translate it to Japanese. If I don't, you get your points back. But if I am correct, I keep in your points. Right now it's like 7-4 for Solia. Like he asked me more than 10 words, and most of them I did not know yet. I'm not regretting it though. This place is exactly what I needed. And then we have like knock knock. I met a lot of new friends here. And then knock knock again. Red, seriously, we need to go. So again, like Sally, who helped me out as an intern. Well, she finishes her biology studies. Also, I would really love to know how I can make the text italic, because now it will be really confusing if Red just starts talking out loud to Shali. but I think for today that will be fine. So... coming! Almost done! And then we say hide red with move out right, I'd say. She wakes up at left, she moves out right. Sounds alright. So now we have to animate this a little bit, because this would not be very interesting to look at. She would just stand there in the middle of the screen, not doing much. So now we're gonna say show red neutral right at right with move.
I'll tell you the truth.
Does that work? Yeah, I think that should work. When she's left? No, we're gonna leave that at left, but add right with move so that she moves. And then show red neutral right at right with dissolve. And this should dissolve her into the other sprite. And then she's walking back to the left. Show red neutral right at left with move. And then again, we gonna dissolve her into her other sprite with left at left with dissolve. And then when the knock knock is happening, she's moving to the middle of the screen. Right neutral left at center with move. Then she's responding. Then we hide her and move her out of the right side of the screen. And then we're gonna tell Renpy to pause at least for a couple of seconds so we can take in what the hell is even happening in the scene. And that's our first scene, basically. That's the first scene of Red waking up, getting ready to drive to the airport. And we're gonna do the airport scene next. But before we do the airport scene, we're gonna put in some music and some sound effects to this whole shebang. Aww, Gamer Bear, thank you Nicole for the sub. Yeah, she's so nice. We did the first scene, woohoo! Maybe, let's see if that whole thing even runs. Because in Renpy, again, syntax, again, we see here, we have expecting a name after the dot, move out right. So I have some random dot somewhere, and that confuses him. So, there we go, fixed. We can say reload. And he's reloading it. Okay, let's see if that works out. I hate this song. We ignore the alarm. 5 more minutes. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, are you still not up yet? Isha's plane is gonna land in 45 minutes. We need to go. Alright, I'm coming. Okay, red neutral center does not exist. The air is great here in our rescue zone. Even I work later into the night, I always wake up refreshed. That works. See? So she moved, then she dissolved, and now it looks a bit more dynamic. Well, most of the time anyway. It's been a while since I came to Kuala-Nakahole. I had to start new, but this place seemed as good as any. I'm not regretting it though. This place is exactly what I needed. I met a lot of new friends here. Red, seriously, we need to go! Like Shali, who helps me out as an intern while she finishes her biology studies. Coming, almost done! And then she's off, and that's our first scene. So the first graphic, Renpy does not recognize, so we probably just have a typo in there somewhere. Show red neutral. Oh yeah. She is looking to the right, so it's yes, and now it works. And then we put her in the center. That's what I want. All right, so let's get some music going. I did prepare. So what music did we say for the alarm clock? Because I have to download that probably on the fly. And then hope I'm not getting... I mean, it should probably be something that is copyright free. So I guess we cannot take anything that is actually under copyright. But that brings me to someone I want to shout out, since the Solia sent it to me. And I listened to a couple of his songs. There is a person called Hey Texter, who's doing DMCA free music for streaming and YouTube. And I guess we can take a song of his, because I don't think he will mind much. Outside the window. What is this? This sounds like a horror thing. Oh, that's more chill and lo-fi. Does he have like something punching? Lo-fi, rain, broken tears, timeless. Behind depression. Holy shit. That's like some really dark shit here. September, it's okay. Wait, the music's good. Like, quality-wise, really good. So, I'm just gonna link him in the chat. DMCA free music. So if you need something for your intro on the stream or something, then go ahead. We need some DMCA free pop music. Let's see what we find. Probably some corporate soulless bullshit here. Pop music, copyright free. What's this? No, we need something. This sounds really. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Is that copyright free? Yeah, let's do this. Ding dong, the witch is dead. If I get copyright claimed, so be it, but that's too good. I don't know. It's probably copyrighted because it's in the Wizard of Oz, so I don't think it's allowed to be used. Do you have like something here? Ben sound, Nicole Heidler's. Oh, we can use this as the whole music for the scene. I mean, I do have different music already saved up somewhere, but it's actually kind of dynamic. It's not too offensive, so actually I think we can use this one. So let me just download this. And then we put it in. Download. Game. Nope, that's red and green. That's not what we need. That's my personal stuff. Why the hell did Windows not save my quick start stuff for the Renpy stream? I actually pinned it and he just takes it away. I'm gonna save it here. Nope, wrong folder. Very much the wrong folder. So let's take that one. I don't know. Renpy stream. So this is now the music we have. I do have an own music folder where I already placed some stuff in here. So we're gonna take away the name and we'll just call it guitar upbeat pop. And we're gonna take that and copy it into our folder, into our game folder. And there's an audio folder where we put it in. And now we're gonna check the Renpy documentation of how we can add sound. Audio, there we go. Right, we do have 3 channels of sounds that we can play. Let me get that back. Yeah, let's keep it. That's fine for now. Oh, that's way too loud. I'm sorry. It's not that loud for me, but it must be really loud for you. Sorry for that. That's much better now, hopefully. So yeah, we have 3 sound channels in Renpy that will override each other every time we call them. We have a music channel, we have a sound channel, and we have a voice channel for the bit speech stuff. So what we want to do now is the play statement, probably. Yeah, play music, and then we can give it a sound file. But where does it take the file from? Right, we can say fade in, fade out, which we definitely want to do. When the list is given the item. But in which folder are you looking at? Are you looking into the audio folder? I would assume you do. We're just gonna try that out. So, I suppose the same place like the picks. I think music you don't have to define. I think you can just load them in, because that's what they do here. Because they just say play music and then give it the audio file, and that's what we're gonna try now as well. So we fade to the bedroom, and then we have a few seconds where nothing's happening. Just 1 second, just to let the player arrive at the scene before something is happening, and then we're gonna be playing the MP3. And what we also do is we're gonna download from my favorite sound repository for video games. It's called Sepsplat. That has a really good amount of Foley sounds and just random sound effects that you can use. And we're just gonna look for an alarm clock and check it out. That's one. That's one that I had, so we're gonna take that one. Download MP3. Gonna download this. We're gonna make our own sound effects folder, and here we have alarm clock beep, and there we go. They're all annoying, yeah, of course. That's literally the purpose of an alarm clock, to be annoying, to wake you up, and for you to want everything in life to make it stop. And usually that means that you just wake up. So what I don't know now is, I guess we just put everything in audio. And we're gonna play. So with fade in, we want the music to fade in. Then we take another ½ second of a break. And then we say play sound. And then we copy, because you have to be exact on what file you give it. So I'm usually just copy pasting everything in there to not make a mistake there. And then we give it another ½ second before the text actually starts. So let's hope that works, because I honestly don't know, and I don't know how loud it will be. So headphones users, beware. I guess we're gonna be turning down sound volume and music volume to half and then see how loud it actually is. Yeah, it's crashing! Woo! I'm sorry, but an on-caught exception occurred while running the game code. GameScript RPI in script with fade in. Is that supposed? Name fade in is not supported, but that's what the. Whoops, that's the wrong music. How can I say with music? Fade out. Oh, with fade in, and then you give it a time. Play music from sing start sing playing silence. Audio namespace. Oh yeah, that's how you can do. Right, you can define audio tracks if you reuse them constantly by define audio dot and the name of the song that you want to use, and then you can just use play music sunflower. So that actually works. But that's not what I want to do. I want to know how the fade in works. The fade in and fade out clauses are optional. Fade out gives the fade out time for currently playing music in seconds, where fade in gives it the time it takes to fade in the new music. So that's why it crashed, because it actually knows the fade in, but I didn't give it a time. So we want to have it fade in with 1 second. Does that sound good? Let's see if it works now. With fade in 1, so that's not how it works. So how does it work? How does it work, Renpy? Tell us, how does it work? Oh, 1.0. Okay, interesting. And it is with fade in, right? Stop music. Oh, okay, just fade in, not with fade in. Just gonna do it that way. Alright. Reload. Now it works. Did you save the preferences? Yes. Okay. Couldn't find file guitar upbeat pop. Oh, sure. Because we have to actually tell it to go to the audio. Roll back. Launch project, I guess. Let's see if that works now. Now it would just crash on the alarm clock, right? Audio, alarm clock. So it actually takes everything based on the root folder of the project. So We have the alarm clock sound. Use the rubber duck technique. We're the rubber ducks. I also have rubber ducks. That's Nofretete, and that is name faded away. But I got them from my last company as a goodbye gift from a colleague of mine. Okay, so alarm clock sound works, but our music does not work. So the question is, why doesn't it work? Does the actual file work? Sounds good. So why doesn't it work in game? Maybe it's too low a volume now? Preferences. Let's put the volume up a bit more. The sound volume can stay where it is. It's already annoying enough. Maybe it should say sound instead of song. Ah, okay. Seems like a I am brain AFK. I got an AC/DC rubber duck. The command could actually be different. Maybe it is play music. Then you give it the file. So the file, he has to find the file. Otherwise, he would just crash. But I guess the fade in is what's killing him. Stop music, stop sound. Sure. Play music, Ilurok. Play music, something. Fade out, fade in. 1.0. Well, fading gives the time it takes to fade in the new music. If fader isn't given, config fade music is used. I guess we're just gonna take away the fade out just to see whether or not we can actually get the music to play. But we don't. There's no music there. I honestly don't know what the issue here is right now, so let's put on some music so we don't sit here in silence. Did I just make my Pressler rock disappear? No, I didn't. Renpy, music not playing.
You know, who brings the heart, who brings their vision, and particularly who bring their brain to the table. So that they're aware of what they're doing and they're making conscious choices.
Okay, there's some other person that has an issue with the audio prefix, but we're doing that. Maybe we do have to do the define part, so I guess we're just gonna do that. So let's create a new definition part here. Music. Define audio dot pop guitar. We take over that. I think that's how it worked.
I don't have a lot of patience for people who
Why do we have
feel like they're
talkie
downloading from the
talkie lo-fi again? I said I don't want talkie lo-fi. Sync start playing silence. There, audio dot sunflower. So yeah. So we have to find it now. So instead of saying, we say play music, pop guitar. And that should be it. But whether or not that is actually it, we'll see. Maybe Renpy cannot load MP3s. Could that be the reason? Let's see what red and green has. No, I do have a lot of MP3s here as well, so that should work. I don't know why it doesn't. Renpy music not playing. I just don't get it. What am I doing wrong? I'm just doing it the way Renpy says, but the alarm is also MP3. Might be, but it could be that for some sound channels they did not implement all codecs. Like in RPG Maker 2K, You can use MP3s as music, but you cannot never ever use MP3 as sound effects. So maybe there's something going on like this here, but music won't play. Let's see if we can find something. Seems stupid, new this kind of things, and I can't figure out why my music won't play for the life of me. The music files in my archive folder, and I followed all the instructions I can find on the frequently asked questions. They just don't seem to work. I searched the forums, but I couldn't find anyone. So I have a config that has music set to true with hashtag in front of it. You have to configure this? No, this is just the configuration of the main music. Alright, I know the files and name extensions are correct. The music just won't play on the main menu or in-game for some reason. I'm sure. Yeah, that's basically what we have. But are in the root folder, the game folder is an archive in the root folder? If it is a folder, you'll have to tell Renpy that by amending that. That's okay. We do that. For an error, but when I tried doing that, it still won't play, and there's still no error. I've tried all manners of indentation without success. Do you hear the sound march when game starts? If so, problem might be in Fear Org itself. It's so strange. I just replaced the phone with a new one. After running lint through, though, it says, okay, can we lint something? There's a lint here. Check script. There we go. Image Leon left right uses files to fill left right, which is not loadable. What? Okay. But there's nothing about our music not being able to be loaded, and this character is not even showing up yet, so I have no idea why the hell that does not work. Cool. But it doesn't like any audio file. I really want to try to put in an interface immediately. It's not loadable. When I try to doing the same thing with any TTF from file. Oh yeah, what? Let's try that one. I think I remember this, that music would not play if you put it in subfolders, but let's see if that fixes it. Maybe it does. If not, then we just put it in the main folder. Nope. Still not. Okay, so I do remember that I had similar problems with my old game. That's why everything here is just in the games folder to be loaded from there and not in a subfolder. So if we take the upbeat pop guitar and put it in the main folder, does that alleviate our problems? Because if it does, I'm a-okay with it. So let's see. Still a big fat nope. So what if we play it without definition now? Maybe that does help us now. Play music, guitar. Maybe there's actually something in the config that does say that we're not allowed to. Renpy says, no! I won't play your music, you filthy casual. Let's see if we have anything with audio here. Uncomment the following line to set audio file that will be played while the player is at the main menu. This file will continue. Not interested. Music. Sounds and music. Define config has sound, has music, has voice. Is all true. And there's nothing else in the config, so it cannot be the config. I honestly don't know why this does not work. So if we like put something different here, would lint say we cannot do it? Yeah, it's not loadable. That's fine. And if we put that away and lint it again, it's fine with the music, but it's still not playing the music. But the MP3 itself works. I don't get it. Music won't play. Maybe we have something here. Unfortunately, putting the music in the main foot didn't seem to help. I'm using Renpy 6.13.12. What are we using here? Preference? No. documentation, about, there we go. Well, we're using 7.4, but maybe we have similar issues. Didn't you define a name for the guitar music? I think you should tell it to play that name and not the guitar MP3. I tried it both ways just to be sure that it's neither of the two that did it, but yeah. So when I added the init Python config, started giving an error when I attempted to launch the game, couldn't follow by the full trace back. If I teach it right, play music, something. MP3 not playing Renpy. See if we can find anything here. Music not working, audio, Renpy play music code. No sound nor music playing, solved. Maybe there's something here. Hey, Hanako Games. Oh, that's a game made by with Renpy. Fix support for the Realtek HD audio hardware on your computer. So if you download the stock build from Renpy org, oh, it could be a driver error. Honestly, that just might be it, honestly. Can I tell it? Window, full screen, mute all. I probably can't, but I'm honestly going to try a different audio driver now and play it over. So you should probably not hear anything right now, other than me. Just give me a second. Gonna do that over this one. So now the music should be back. I have to. Okay, I have music here. So let's see if it's just a driver issue, because that could be, because those drivers of those headphones are a bit weird. Nope. Still only getting your alarm clock, not the music. So it's definitely not a driver issue here. That is weird. Like, why? Why would that not work? Those are the game folders. There's the audio folder. We did a define. Didn't work. So what I would try to do now is, how about we comment out the alarm clock and play the music as sound and see if that works? Because that would indicate whether or not something is wrong with the sound channels or with Renpy itself. How I hate this song. So yeah, it does not play it even as a sound. So there's something wrong with the MP3. So what we gonna do right now is... Nope, that's... Whoops. Now I closed it down completely. That's what I wanted. I guess we're gonna be loading the MP3 into Fruity Loops and just recoding it just to make sure there's nothing wrong with this. So where is guitar upbeat pop? Let's take that one. Yeah, the file's broken. There's something wrong with the file. That's why it doesn't work. Fruity Loops can't open it either. Stupid online YouTube converters. Can't trust anything in this world anymore. No, seriously, what am I supposed to do now? Do we have another YouTube MP3 converter? That is not shit? Only MP3. Let's see what kind of viruses I get myself into here. I mean, it did work for Windows Media Player. Maybe just close Renpy and open it again. Not a bad idea at all. But if Fruity Loops can't open your sound file, there's something really wrong with your sound file. I'm using the run from DVD VideoSoft. Oh, yeah, all of them. So, let's see. pause the music. Okay, this doesn't want to start at all. What did I download here now? Nothing. Where did it download it? Where did it download the nothing to? Downloads. It's the alarm clock. It has been deleted. Why has it been deleted? I want to download it. Renpy stream, and we want to put it on the music, and we want to put it over guitar, upbeat, pop, MP3. Yes, we want to. Also, Cat is here again. Just randomly came over. So let's see. Okay, that works now. Does it work in FL Studio? If I put it in there, is that now working? Is this now a valid MP3? Where is it? Music. Otherwise, we just take one of these other files that I know should work. Guitar, upbeat, pop. Yeah, that works now. Okay, so this is probably what I would assume is that the header file of the MP3 that tells everything about how this sound file is constructed was broken. Because that can happen, and still some media players don't care and just play it anyway. But for game engines, I would imagine that they need those files to know what they're dealing with. So, no, we're still in red and green. That's not where I want to be. That's where I want to be. That's where I want to be, daddy. In my Renpy stream folder. So let's put that here. And hopefully that should work now. Nope, that's the wrong one. Did I close Notepad++ as well? Why did I do that? Why would I do that? Scripts Renpy, would you open that up? Thank you. Put that over here. Alright. So we have it here now. We're gonna play it as music. We're gonna play our alarm clock and then hope for the best. Yep, makes sense at least. Told you he'd be back. Yeah, of course. If he wants his cuddles, he will get his cuddles. He will not leave you alone until you give him the cuddles. Let's see if we get the music. Preferences. Just to be sure, we have music, people! Ugh, oh, I hate this song. So, what we of course did not do is, we did not add anything that would stop the sound from playing. But yeah, we have music now. Cool. So, either way, we're going to stop the sound with whatever choice the player is doing, because that would be annoying. Stop sound. Just stop sound should be enough, actually. I mean, the best thing would be to add a sound of someone hitting a plasticky box or hitting a button to disable it, but we're not going into that much detail after our music troubles that we had. But let's see if that works out quite okay now. How I hate this song. What are you doing? We ignore the alarm. 5 more minutes. Now we need the knocking sound. Are you still not up? Alright. Okay, everything else works. We do know that. So scene 1, starting to shape up. Starting to work. I mean, after we already had something in place and know how they work, we probably don't have to look up as much as I did just now. I would assume scene 2 would be much quicker. So now we need a knocking scene, a sound. So we go back to subsplat and let's check knock. They probably have something like this here. Knock, door, knock. Cartoon knock at door. That's very cartoony. Door knocks 5 times on internal wooden floor. That's good. That's too high pitched Friendly happy knocks on the glass panel on front door. No. Friendly happy knocks on the glass door. Hard knocks with fist. Red! Wake up! We have to go to the airport! I think the first knock was the best. Impatient knock. Impatient knock. That's too much. That's too much. Knocking on door 3 times. No. I guess this one would be okay. Let's take this one just so we don't use much more time here. Takes a while. Renpy stream, sound effects, knock door, and then we put it into our folder here as well, into audio, and then we put it into the actual script. Also, we can use some more music now. So this is where we put the knock in. So play sound knock door.mp3. That's one knock, but we also have a knock here. And let's see how the scene plays out. Also, if somebody can look up free visual novel background airport, that would help me out a lot, because I don't have an airport background yet. And we need one for the next scene. So if you find something, let me know. Let's launch a project and see. Play sound knock door mp3. What? One line statement. What did I do wrong? Jump, stop sound. Play sound? Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll probably not find it on knock door because it's in the audio folder, so that makes perfect sense. Don't quite understand what the other issue was that he said he has, but we'll see. Is that alright? Knock door, yeah, knock door mp3. That's fine. Oh yeah, there's one too many spaces here, and that is already an error for Renpy. So that was the issue probably. So reload now. Yeah, now it works. HIO, free visual novel backgrounds, starter pack 2. Does it have an airport? Does it have an airport? I think I have the first one of those, honestly. No thanks, just taking to download. Starter pack, gimme. Renpy stream, backgrounds, I'm gonna save it here. Alrighty, let's see, start. There they come in. I hate the song. We ignore the alarm because we want to know if the knock works. 5 more minutes. There it is. Hey, you're still not up yet. I need to go. Alright, I'm coming. It's been a while since I came to Kuala-Kohale. I had to start a new place and it seems as good as any. I'm not regretting it though. This place is exactly what I needed. I met a lot of new friends here. Red, seriously, we need to go. Like Charlie, who helps me out as an intern while she finishes her biology student. Coming, almost done. Cool. That's very cool. Cool. We have that going for us. So we're gonna do another label here, just in case we want to pull apart the scripts during the refactoring. So the next scene would be the airport, but I would do something in between that is kind of in the same place, but not really. Like I want to have Red and Charlie meet in the main room of the animal rescue shelter and just have a quick talk. Charlie saying, hey, we have to go. Red's a bit sleepy saying, yeah, we're gonna make it anyway. She can wait a bit. And then Charlie saying, Isha is a bit special because Isha is our it girl in this story. And then Sasha comes in because he was just grabbing... Sasha officially is working as the marine animal rescue accountant. So he was just coming in to get some papers and meets the two, and then they rush to the airport. So we have 3 characters introduced to the player in an everyday situation, so you know who you're dealing with. But let's see what Nicole has given us. Oh, no. Ooh, free vectors. We don't need vector graphics, but let's see if any of the backgrounds that we already have would help us. Visual sound effect. Yeah, go cat. Go cat. So visual starter pack. What do we have here? Wow, that's a lot of files here, and a lot of beaches, which is this is like playgrounds. I honestly don't like the 3D renders too much, but it's free, so we shouldn't complain too much. Let's see. Oh, that's good for a road shot next to the ocean, so that's good. It's kind of a beach, but looks a bit weird. Is there an airport though? Because airport is very particular. So this is a Japanese home. Can I get some music back? I guess under the bridge. No airport here, unfortunately. What do we have here? Outdoor visual novel backgrounds. Yeah, these are just photographies that somebody uploaded as visual novel backgrounds, which works. I did that for my private one as well, but scenic road, roadside, modern background. Maybe there's something here. Nope. That's just this room. Also, we still need like the bus stop condo. That could work. That doesn't look like a marine rescue shelter. Okay, so this is... Do we at least have something here that we can use as our main room for the rescue shelter? And don't quite look like that. A lot of outdoor shots, but not many indoor shots that we can use. Well, we could use that one. Animal shelter, Dobutsuren. That's zoo or animal shelter. I got some points there. What do we have here? CG trader. What do we have here? Airport. That's good, actually. That's real good. Can we use this? Is this free to use? Airport background for visual novel. CG trader. Airport Vnukovo background for visual novel. Stylized enough. I just don't know where to download this. Request to buy it as a 3D model? No. I just want the image. I think you need to pay for it. But I can just save the image. So we're gonna do that. Just use it. Okay. So, what did we say? We say this one would be okay for an animal shelter. Looks a bit... Doesn't look quite like an animal shelter, but it's close enough. It doesn't 100% look like a... like a school. It does, but at least we can use it in a different way. So, animal shelter... Blue. Main room. Let's just call it main room. And then we copy in our newly acquired render of the airport. It's the size on this one. It's not quite fitting. It's 1400 times 1400, but I think we won't notice it. At least not as hard as for the bedroom background. It was like too big too, but still Renpy, at least in the background department, it seems to scale it to size, but we'll see when we check again. So of course, now that we have those, airport, UG airport, and here we do BG animal shelter, and we have to put those. I think there's some white border around this, so we probably should cut that out. Yeah. Gonna do it quick and dirty in Paint. Because I don't want to wait for Photoshop to open up, honestly. So, fixed. So this is probably the size we're actually looking for. Close to it. BG Airport, BG Animal Shelter. So now we have to define those in our script files. Easy peasy. We can just take this and this. So BG Animal Shelter and BG Airport. And then we copy and paste the actual names so I don't make a mistake here. JPEG, not the PNG though. Have to change that around. PNG. So, alright. Now we can make a scene change. So this is label meeting Sasha Animal Shelter. And this is where we gonna put in Sasha now for the very first time. So we have to say show, oh no, scene, and then we say animal shelter. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, scene, background, animal shelter, and then we say with fade. Let's see how that looks. And then we have show red neutral left at right. No, left. So we have to say neutral right at left with move in left. So it's like she just comes downstairs. And then we're gonna say show Isha, I think it was. No. It's the actual character definition. Shali, neutral. Shali, neutral left at left. Right at left. With fade actually, because she's already there, so she's not moving in, but rather red is coming in. So we probably should do that one after another. So now we set the next scene. So what is Shali saying to Red after she woke up way too late for her appointment? And I'm just gonna write the text of Red. Sit straight! Ugh. I can't sit straight! There's a tail in the way. I can't sit straight. If I sit straight, I squish the tail. I squish the tail. So what is Shali saying? I'm gonna do the text for Red. Sorry. I had to take care of the otters almost the whole night. They wouldn't stop chattering. No excuses. Alright, I'm sitting straight. See? I'm sitting straight. I'm sitting as straight as I can be. I have to reset the camera because I'm sitting so straight that I'm not in camera anymore. See, now you don't see all those nice plushies in the background. So how is Shali pissed at our dear Red? Finally, Red, I started worrying that we might run late. Alright, so she's not too pissed. She's just worried that they're late. Did you take away their favorite stones again? Otters have favorite stones. Well, they wouldn't stop throwing it at the door. I had to. Well, no matter now. Need to go quick. Favorite with E at the end. That might be. Totally, yeah. I'm missing a couple of letters usually. My RPG is full of typos. I mean, I do have to rework like a lot of the text anyway that is in the RPG, so I'm not correcting it right now. But when we go to the polish phase where we work over everything again, then I might just do everything again. Sheesh, Charlie. Not like your friend has to wait that long. Shali. Well, you don't know Ishar. He is particular. Let's say it that way. And then we show Shali neutral right at center because Sasha is coming in now. With move, of course. And then we show Shali neutral left at center with dissolve. And then we show Sasha, I guess neutral, because he would just come in like his boppin' old self, Sasha neutral. So yeah, we're gonna take Sasha neutral at left with move in left. So now Sasha's here. Oh. Good morning, Sasha. What are you doing here so early? And what is Sasha gonna say? What is Sasha gonna say why he's so early at the animal rescue? I mean, I told my idea of why I want the situation to happen, but maybe you have some other idea. Sasha, already make the word bubble here. I'm gonna say Shali. No time for chit chat. Need to drive now. I stood up early. I had to inscribe on my courses. Oh, that is actually a really good idea. I had to get up early to the university. Today was inscription day. And on my way back, I thought I might just grab last month's receipts. So, is this a porn RPG or not? This is not a porn RPG. I mean, we're not as far down. Actually, I don't know if the furry visual novels are made with Renpy. I would say, considering how lazy the people behind them are, yes. But I don't know. It is not planned as porn. No, unfortunately not. It's just a normal game. I mean, there might be some spiciness, including this character here, Alessandro. But it will not be explicit. More jokey. Oh, what are you doing here? Right. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. They are in the back office. And now we have another monologue. Sasha is my cousin. To get away from our family. So he joined the local university and studies business. He helps me out as an accountant. And then Charlie chimes in and says, "No chit chat!" But Sasha's the they them. Oh, that's true. Sorry, he's my cousin. They had to get away from our family. So they, sorry, I'm very bad at gender neutral writing. So they had to join the local university and study the business. They help me out. They helped me out with bookkeeping. So that's all we have to do for now. We introduced Sasha as an element that exists in this world, and that's it. Charlie wants to move on, and so this is basically everything there. We just leave the music on, but right now we're going to stop music, fade out with 1.0 seconds. Also, we can finally put in the fade in here since that works now. Fade in 0.5. Cool. And then we are at a new label, off to the airport. And again, we're setting the scene, but this time we go to the airport with Fade. We could try dissolve here. Scene BG airport with dissolve, and then let's take a look at the image. So where does it make more sense that they're standing? Probably they're standing here because they're waiting for someone to come, and the person comes from the right side, because that makes more sense in the context of the image. So that's just how we're gonna handle it. So, and then of course, we say show show red neutral. She is looking out the window, I'd say. So she is left with fade. So she just fades in, doesn't suggest any movement here. And show Isha? Shali. What do I think Isha? Isha is the other character. Show Shali neutral right at center. She's standing at the center, looking the other way with fade. And they're there, and still they have to wait for Shali's friend. So all the fast wasn't even necessary. Also, just give me a second, because I had an airport scene in my old visual novel, so we can steal ambience from that one. If I can find it. Cat, are you back there again? No, he isn't. I thought he was, and he usually ends up crashing the stream if he is behind my PC, because he's such a chunky now. Where's red and green? There it is. Red and green game. So there's the airport. It's like we have airport ambience that we can just use and play. Actually, we do that instead of music, I would say. Off to the Marine Animal Rescue, audio. So there we have the airport ambience. So now we can put in music again. The sign work. There we go. So we faded in all our characters. We faded in the scene. So then we say play music. Even though it's not music, but we play it as the music channel. Fade in with like a second maybe. Again, we're gonna be doing a break before things come. So first we switch to the new scene. Then we let the player arrive at the scene by giving him a moment to take in where we are. Also, this is all over the place. This is like the wrong indentation everywhere. I don't know how that happened. Damn you. So there was $Renpy.pause. I'm gonna give it in a second. Take it in, then we fade in the characters. And then Red is gonna comment on all the stress for nothing. All the hurry and your friends. Plane was delayed anyway. So what is Shali responding to this? She is probably the friend that comes over is a bit of a special character. She's our it girl in the story. Her graphic looks like something out of Winx Club. I'm pretty sure that's something out of Winx Club. She's from the Middle East and is here for student exchange. And Shali and her know each other, at least from online stuff. And now they meet for the very first time, so she would be probably a bit nervous. So what would Shali comment in this situation? Definitely not inspired by Bloom or Stella. Nah. I haven't seen much Winx Club, but I... It's probably inspired by that show. Alhamdulillah, my friends. Really? Not too stereotypical. Not too much. I'm a fangirl. That's fine. I mean, I didn't like it as a small boy because it was so girly, but back then I was still very heteronormative and thought I was like a big hetero boy. Holy shit, was I wrong? So, I don't know, I only seen reviews and retrospective of the show, and I think it's very well produced. The art style, you can like it or you don't, but it's fine. So it's probably a better show than I remember it being, honestly. Though I have to admit, I do like how girly shows now just do away with all these stereotypes of, yeah, everybody makeup, boys, and fashion. And they're just like normal stories, just with girl protagonists, and that's really cool. Like, does any how is the show called? Pink Girl, Monster World. No. Or cartoon Netflix. Oh yeah, Kipu and the Age of Wonder Beasts. Did anybody see that show? Kipu and the Age of Wonder Beasts. I only saw a couple of episodes. I have to watch a whole lot more. But that's a really good show. It's on Netflix. And it's about a post-apocalyptic world where Kipo, she's the main character, she comes from like Fallout style a bunker. Like she's a underground dweller. And she has an accident and she gets to the surface, and the surface is like full of weird mutated creatures. Do we have anything there? Like there's like big turtles and big cats and stuff like this, and she just wants to go back home, and then she meets other people and has wacky adventures, and it's really cool. And a lot of the protagonists are girls. Like she's that small girl is like she's an overworld dweller. She always lived there, so she knows the dangers, and she's like real hardcore. But then she opens up. I guess Charlie could say something like, well, we could not know that the plane would be late, and Isha could end up in trouble. That's a good prompt. Nice artwork. Yeah, it has a really cool art style. Also really cool music. Can only recommend. So if you have Netflix, just Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts. I haven't seen all of the show. I've seen like the first 4 or 5 episodes. It's really good. Right. Danger. Trouble? It's just an airport. Well, yes, it's just an airport. But Isha is not just a girl. She is a bit tone deaf with people. So, not bad, huh? How do you two know each other anyway? So how do Shali and Isham know each other? Nice artwork, but not put. What? What? But not put? What? 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 What did I miss? I'm confused. What? What? Put? What? Nicole? Put Isha. Whoops. Oh. But Isha. It's not just a girl, it's also lowercase. It's a bit tone deaf with people. Not bad, huh? Yeah. Sorry. Erasmus semester in Finland. Alright, we take that. We met... Does Erasmus semester work in English? Probably student exchange semester. we met during our student exchange in Finland. We had... What is she even studying? I don't remember anymore. Let's read her dossier. Ishar, exchange student from the Middle East, here to deepen her curriculum in biology, so she's also studying biology, while experiencing life abroad, hangs out with Shali and Red after university. Very extroverted and direct, a little too much sometimes, as she likes the subtle touches of social interactions. Likes glitz, glamour, extravagant clothes and food. Dislikes minimalism and quietness. Yeah. Let's do that. We met during a student exchange in Finland. We both were working in the polar bear re-situation department. You know, the bears that drift from the north via ice? English. Ice float. From north via ice flows and do trouble for the locals. I'm just making stuff up as we go along as well, just to keep the pace going. If anybody has any ideas of something, then just throw it in. I'll just try to make something out of it. Oh, that sounds exciting and dangerous. So, by that, we have introduced who we are meeting right now. How those two characters know each other, and how they're linked, and how Red should care about the other characters. So I guess we can now finally introduce our the character itself. Ishar. We only have one graphic of her. Ishar normal. So show Ishar normal at right with moving right. There will be a furry character, so there are no polar bears in Finland, only at a zoo. I'm just making stuff up. Isn't there like a problem that sometimes polar bears float via ice flows to Finland and then wreak havoc there, and then they have to be like resituated back to the North Pole? I think there was something like this. Polar bears ice show polar bears Finland. So polar bears are not native to Finland. You can visit the region Seoul polar bear. Oh yeah, okay, wait a minute. Polar bears in Finland really floating. Maybe I just remember it wrong. Polar bears use rocks and ice as weapons? No. Could floating platforms be used to save polar bears? Maybe I just remember this wrong, or it's just a... Why not say that they used to study there so that they could help fight whalers? Like sea shepherds. That sounds interesting as well. Let's do that. Let's change that, because that makes more sense. Maybe it's just an urban legend that I heard. When I said they used to study there so that they could help fight whalers. We're helping out securing the ocean lines from illegal whalers. The rest still fits. Wow, that sounds exciting and dangerous. So just leave it at that for now. Then Ishar showing up, and again, chat, what's the first thing this new character is gonna say? Like again, she's extra. She's like our super extra character in this. So what is our super extra character in this doing? Who is she? What? Screaming, Charlie really excited, and hugging her. I mean, hugging her, we can't really animate, I think. That's her. She's the exchange student from the Middle East who likes glitz and glamour and is super extra, but she's also very animal loving and she's studying biology. So she is by no means a dumb person. So she is intelligent. She is smart. She's just a bit extra and not socially capable. Or like she doesn't have a fine touch in social interactions. Okay, so Charlie. The hugging can still happen. True. We can do this like this. Charlie. Teacher is tackling Charlie and hugging her intently. The people around you start to stare. We could make another choice for the player, how she wants to react to this situation, just so we have more player input at this point. So we're gonna make another menu here. What are you doing now? What are you doing? Intervene and separate the two. Then try to what's this called? Beruhigen. Charlie, Rob, sorry, I just had the hashtag best flight that booked me up the first class because they were booked the second one. It was awesome. That's so good. Let's do that. Intervene and separate the two. Try to option B, stand there awkwardly. I would say, or option 3 would be stand there awkwardly. Stand there awkwardly. Try to talk them down to de-escalate the situation. I mean, it's not that bad, but I just don't know the vocabulary now. So now we're gonna do it a bit differently, because we're not gonna do 3 labels just for that. We're just gonna make the label after airport choice, and we're gonna put in the differences directly into the choices, because that works as well. So intervene and separate the two. So red, hey, come on, don't make a scene. Ellie is looking at red weirdly. Kinda. No. I don't think Charlie would love it if Red just steps in like all motherly and tries to like separate them. Charlie throws a myth look at Red. So that is, and then we say jump after airport choice, and that's it for the first choice. Okay. Hey, I know you two are happy to finally meet, but there are other people around. Isha lets go of Charlie and makes a slightly embarrassed face. Stand there awkwardly. Okay, you stand there awkwardly next to the 2 hugging friends. People around you stare, and you could swear you could hear someone whisper, "Isn't that the weird one from the rescue shelter?" Let's see how it renders that big of a text, because I would really want to know. So jump, airport, choice. Same here. And then we're gonna use Night Hunter's text, because that is just too good not to use it. So Isar says, Charlie, I just had the most amazing hashtag flight. I just had the hashtag best flight. They booked me up to first class because they were booked the second one. It was awesome. Okay. What would Charlie say to that? Calm down. Oh yeah. Try to calm them down. That is way better. Thank you, you two. Anybody any ideas? If not, I'm just gonna make up bullshit. Oh, sounds neat. I hope they had some good vegan dishes. Oh, hell no. The kitchen was horrible. I had decent champagne. Oh yeah, Charlie. Oh no. Oh no. We can grab something later if you need to. By the way, this is Red. She is the head of the marine animal rescue shelter and we have to name drop the city again so it sticks a bit. So where did we put the name? Somewhere in the beginning, but we already have a lot of content in here. We're only doing this for like 3.5 hours and we already have like 2 scenes going. So considering if you'd have all the assets, because you're an artist and you can do your own assets, you could put together something quite easily. By the way, this is in okay, Ishar is going to say, oh, you are that Miss Red I heard so much about. Thank you so much for letting me stay at your place. I don't know. That's too normal. Ishar is extra, and she would say something that is meant well, but would totally be taken in a bit of an offensive way. This is Red. No, not now. Kuelana Kahule, you still have a type with Ishar. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Hashtag best exchange ever. Stay at your shelter, Red. So you are that red? I'll take that actually. So you're that red. How come a girl like you ends up in a place like this? So, how would Red react to this one? It's like, okay, a girl like me, what does that mean? A place like this, what does that mean? Because it could be taken either way. It could be like positive, it could be negative as well. Red or are also that red. How would our red deal with that question? That red. She definitely is red. Red. I wouldn't know. I guess she would just be like a bit weirded out and unsure of how Isha would mean such a question. I don't know how capable Red is. Well, I guess that is a story for later. Yeah, change Isha to, oh, so you are that red and also that red. You look a little embarrassed at Charlie. He just shrugs. Wieder da mit Num. Hello, Solia. Welcome back. What nums did you get? I hope good nums. You sure? Oh well. What does the past matter? I'm staying with my best friend Charlie and her red and her red. And the red. Isha lets out squealing. I don't know. I want her to be like woo, like overly energetic. Cat Spätzle noise. Nump Solia's ear. What? No. You can do that. Solia loves getting his ear numbs. All furries love that. What did I do? What did I do, chat? Isha lets out an energetic woo. People start to stare again. Well, you two, how about we get a move on for security, double check this. Alright, hashtag bummer. Hashtag bummer. Let's go. And then I honestly don't know. There's probably a way to just show. We do have a road. We do have a road background, so this would be our transition to the next scene, which is happening at the university. I sometimes numb the ear of my Matsu. Does he like it? Lewis and Will don't like getting ear scritches. Like literally taking the ears and scritching that, they don't like that. Can take that one. Yeah, sure, why not? Outskirts road a day. Okay. Take that one. Take images, background, and this is a road, EG road. So, we're almost at the end here. We're just gonna be taking a couple minutes to make this more interesting. He did not bite me or run away, so he doesn't hate it. He doesn't hate it. Doesn't say anything about whether or not he likes it. So let's get the image background road going. Background and then BG road. Is it a JPEG? I don't think it is. What is it? It is a PNG actually. Yeah, okay. BG road PNG. And then we're gonna do scene BG road with we did have one dissolve and one fade in here already, so we know then what's happening with fade. And then Redis, you make your way to the Kuala State University to inscribe Isher to the university and show her around the place. You do hope the authors are not doing anything silly back home. And with that, we'll end the progress that this visual novel will get for today, since Doggo asked me to not do as long today, and I also have to work tomorrow. So we're gonna polish this up just a tiny bit. So we have to see what can we even do to spice this up just a tiny bit. So we have the airport, we have these two talking together, but we should probably make her turn around. Also with dissolve, not with fade. Fade is not the right thing here. With dissolve. So Shali turns around to talk to Red, and then Ishar is coming in, and Shali is going back, turning around since she got hugged. So right at center with dissolve. So that's a bit of movement here. People start to stare. We're gonna make Red move. Also around. Red neutral, right at left. Solve. Then we have the choice, and then the question is what's happening afterwards. So we'll do the Charlie, I just had the hashtag best flight. I think nobody is gonna be doing much here, but what we're gonna do is all of the three characters are moving out the right side of the screen together. Flight Red with move out right. Fight Charlie with move out right. And then fight Isher with move out right. So that should be fine. So let's see if that whole shebang, like this is already, how many lines do we have? We have like a bit over 300 lines of things happening in the script. We did that in, yeah, about 3 hours. So you really see too many and not enough. Yeah, too many and not enough. So this, of course, needs a hell of a lot more. But I think after 3 hours of what we already have to see here, we have music, we have sound effects. We can kind of animate our still images of the characters that we want to use. So it really goes to show how easy Renpy is if you want to tell a basic visual novel with the bells and whistles that you know from the visual novel genre. And you don't need much skill, so like, I don't know how the non-coders in chat see it, because I would really want to know, but this does seem like something that people can learn even if they don't have any game development or software development background. Because this is basically just telling in normal words what you want to have happen. And I don't think it's that complicated. I mean, sure, like the syntax that you have these 4 spaces is a bit odd, but yeah, I guess if anybody who's dedicated can easily learn Renpy and just start making their own thing. And that is what makes Renpy so cool. So let's see if we can launch the project or if we have any mistakes somewhere. Apparently we don't. Let's play through the things we have so far in our game. Love to the Marine Animal Rescue. Of course we do need a title screen. We do need some title music, but this is not going to be the only stream where we're going to do this. So we will have other Sunday streams where we will be working on this visual novel until we have like a basic story that we are telling. I think next time will be a lot faster in when what progress dictates, since we now have all the basic functions that we need to script our scenes down. Also, like, I know them by heart now, or I know them better now, so I don't have to look up so much as in the beginning of the stream. So I guess next time will be a bit more progress. Read out! What should I read out? Should I read out the novel? Because I will do that anyway now. Or do you have something in mind? Or are you giving me another tongue twister? The cute little foxy is the best programmer. No, I'm not. We didn't even program anything today. Thank you, Sonia. I hope you enjoyed the Renpy stream. Aww. Pat pat. Alright. Oh, I hate this song. What should we do? We ignore the alarm, we get up. So chat, what is our canonical playthrough of what we have here? Music fits good. I will just leave the alarm clock going until I get an answer. Ignore. We're gonna ignore it. 5 more minutes. I think we can make the sounds a bit louder. Hey, are you still not up yet? Isha's plane is gonna land in 45 minutes. We need to go. Alright, I'm coming. The air is great here in our rescue center. Even if I work late into the night, I always wake up refreshed. Well, most of the time anyway. It's been a while since I came to Kulana Kahule. I had to start new, and this place seemed as good as any. I'm not regretting it though. This place is exactly what I needed. I met a lot of new friends here. Rad, seriously, we need to go! Like Shali, who helps me out as an intern while she finishes her biology studies. Coming, almost done. Oh, we still have the wait in here for the 5 seconds. We need to take that out. Okay, that was it's not working. Oh no! What? What did you do? Hat Christian Stufe 1 Abo geschenkt. Why are you doing this? Nicole, why? You don't have to. Also, we placed those wrong, so we have to fix that before we finish the stream. Finally, Red, I started to worry that we might run late. Oh, sorry, I had to take care of the otters almost the whole night. They wouldn't stop chattering. Did you take away their favorite stones again? Well, they wouldn't stop throwing at the door. I had to. Well, no matter now, we need to go quick. Geez, Charlie, it's not like your friend has to wait that long. Well, you don't know Isha. She is particular. Oh, we have moved them all from the wrong side. So we have to change the whole shebang here. She does that because... Thank you, Nicole. Thank you very much for the support. Seriously, thank you so much. Red. Oh, good morning, Sasha. What are you doing here so early? I had to get up early to the university. Today was inscription day, and on my way back I thought I might just grab the last month's receipts. Oh wow, thank you so much. They're in the back office. Sasha is my cousin. They had to get away from our family, so they joined the local university and studies business. They helped me out with bookkeeping. No time for chit-chat. Need to drive, now! And we have an exception. Oh, read out. The cutie little foxy is the best programmer. Again? You can do the... Yeah. Did you see how well our I love that you give me that readout for being the best programmer and we can't even play through the whole thing because it crashes. Shit. Line 219 in script Renpy pause, but it couldn't find file airport mp3. Sure you cannot find it because I still I forgot to give you the right the right file because it's an audio airport mp3. Okay, let's fix this up. I cannot let this go like this. So continue scene 1, that's where we are. So we show red neutral left at center. Oh yeah, that's when we have the choice. So meeting Sasha and we'll show that's where we are. Charlie neutral right at left. Right at left with fade. Oh, that's left, that's right. That's why I did it wrong. I should let people know that I have a serious confusion about left and right. If you ask me quickly where left or right is, I will tell it to you wrong. And most of the times I also mix it up if I have time to think about it. So show red neutral right at left, that's where we want to have her move in left. So then we have Charlie neutral right at center because she moves, because Sasha is coming in from the right. Move in right. So that should fix up our problem here, and this should work out as well. And now we can do a little trick. So, for everyone who wants to try out their visual novel, there will be the point where the visual novel is very, very long and intricate. So sometimes you only want to test a specific scene, and for that, that's why we use all these labels in between that tell us what is happening in the scene that we do right now. And what we can do is, we can just go into the label start and immediately tell the game to jump to a specific label, to jump over everything that we don't need to test right now. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So we're gonna say we're jumping right to where meeting Sasha at the animal shelter is happening. So the whole other stuff is just there. We don't need to touch it, but we can skip it without having to do 300 different save files that might change anyway because we're actively working on this. So that's how you can jump to different places if you need to. For debugging purposes. So let's try this again. Let's see if it works better. Let's see if I'm actually the best programmer. Finally, Red, I started worrying that we might run late. Sorry, I had to take care of the otters almost the whole night. They wouldn't stop chattering. Did you take away their favorite stones again? Well, they wouldn't stop throwing at the door. I had to. Well, no matter now. We need to go quick. Geez, Charlie, it's not like your friend has to wait that long. Well, you don't know Isha. She is particular. And now all the characters are positioned correctly. We don't have music because we jumped over the music starting, but the airport is happening soon. Oh, good morning, Sasha. What are you doing here so early? I had to get up early to the university. Today was inscription day, and on my way back I thought I might just grab last month's receipts. Oh wow, thank you so much. They're in the back office. Sasha is my cousin. They had to get away from our family, so they joined the local university and studies business. They helped me out with bookkeeping. No time for chit-chat. Need to drive now. And we're at the airport, and we have airport ambience. All the hurry, and your friend's plane was delayed anyway. Well, we could not know that the plane would be late, and Isha could end up in trouble. Trouble? It's just an airport. Well, this is just an airport, but Isha is not just a girl. She's a bit tone deaf with people. Not bad, huh? How do you two know each other anyway? We met during our student exchange in Finland. We were helping out securing the ocean lines from illegal whalers. Wow, that sounds exciting. And dangerous. Oh my god, that does not fit at all, but okay, we have to go with it. Charlie! Isha is tackling Charlie and hugging her intently. The people around you start to stare. What are you doing? Intervene and separate the two. Try to calm them down. Stand there awkwardly. What are we gonna do, chat? It is your decision, and Cat is gonna cuddle again. Cat is getting more and more needy the more and more we reach 9 o'clock, since 9 o'clock is feeding time. And we love feeding time. We stand there awkwardly. You stand there awkwardly next to the two hugging friends. People around you stare, and you could swear you could hear someone whisper, "Isn't that the weird one from the rescue shelter?" Charlie, I just had the hashtag best flight. They booked me up to first class because they overbooked the second one. It was awesome. Oh, sounds neat. I hope they had some good vegan dishes. Oh, hell no. The kitchen was horrible, but they had decent champagne. Oh no. We can grab something later if you need to. By the way, this is Red. She is the head of the Marine Animal Rescue Shelter in Kahulai. Oh, hashtag best exchange ever. So you are the Red? How come a girl like you ends up in a place like this? Well, I guess that is a story for later. You look a little embarrassed at Charlie. She just shrugs. Oh well, what does the past matter? I'm staying with my best friend Charlie and the Red of Kulanakahula. Wait, can we go back? Yeah. Isha lets out an energetic woo! People start to stare again. Well, you two, how about we get a move on before security double checks us? Alright, hashtag bummer, let's go! And they're off. You make your way to the Kuala State University to inscribe Isha to the university and show her around the place. You do hope the authors are not doing anything silly back home. And that's it! We can play through it from the beginning till the end, and it is as tonally confused as I thought it would be. But it's also pretty okay and entertaining, I think, for now, so at least it looks capable. It looks like something you would see if you download a low budget a low budget visual novel. But yeah, that's our introduction to Renpy. This is how you get Renpy, how you get started with Renpy, what you can do with it without breaking the limits of what's possible. Of course, there's much more you can do. You can do other Python code stuff, but all the things we saw today are basically everything you need to create your own visual novel from start to finish. What we don't have here now is, of course, branching paths, but we're not that far into the story anyway, but we also know how we can prompt the player for choices. And of course, there is possibilities to save variables for later to check what choice the player made. If you want, like, there's some visual novel stories where you do, like, so you choose in a dialogue tree a very innocuous looking answer, and that has major consequences later because the game remembers this. I could give Isha some color and send you the colors file for the next part if we would continue working on it. Oh, we're definitely gonna continue working on this. So next Sunday, we're gonna do Renpy Part 2. We're trucking right along and create more scenes. I hope this was entertaining to you, but I would assume it was. There were a lot of people in here, a lot of chat going on, and a lot of subbing. Thank you very much, Nicole, for that. But no, I want to finish this with you, hopefully. And if you want to color Isha, hey, do it. I loved it. That's good. You are the instigator of this whole thing. So yeah. Cat is on my lap. Get some cat content down here. Look at that. You look so confused. So yeah, let me know how you enjoyed it. Again, if you want to work with us on this or chime in onto any of the content that I do or any of the game development that I will do in the future as well. I was entertained from Kitty and Foxy and Fluffy Suit. That's fine. That's also fine. But yeah, if you want to help shape the channel's content and maybe add some thoughts and feedback to today's stream or any stream that comes later, join my Discord and let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. Yeah. And next Sunday will be the next Spaghetti Code stream. We will do Renpy. We're gonna create the next couple of scenes. So we do have... how many scenes do we have planned out? Let me just check here. We have the prologue, which we skipped today because we wanted to get to something interesting. So we have scene 1, where we go to the airport, pick up Ishar, and drive to the university. So that is finished. Scene 2 is Red, Sheila, Charlie, and Isha plan to just hang out at the rescue. Oh yeah, no, we still missed the university part for scene 1. And then scene 2 is they just hang out at the rescue, and hang out with Sasha, and then Daniel, with Sasha, Daniel, and Patrick, the other characters that we haven't introduced. And there's just character introduction. Scene 3 is Leon, the panda bear, is coming in and tells us about an animal in need, and then we have to help that animal. Scene 4 is early morning, someone knocks at the door of the animal rescue. It's Alessandro picking up the medicines for his penguins and very overtly flirting with Red. He invites her to his new penguin show in the afternoon. Isha and Charlie wake up too and ask Red to accompany them to the university. Charlie accompanies her until she knows the town better. And there we have a player choice where we either get the penguin show or the university. And that's Act 1. So we need an animal, water cat? Yeah, sure, let's take the water cat. Why not? If you give me a graphic for it, that would fit. Post in the Discord. Yeah, we totally can take a water cat. Why not? We don't know what's happening in this town anywhere and what things there are. There are otters on this island apparently. I'll look one up. Yeah, sure. So yeah, we do have a lot of content before this is finished. We're not gonna be 100% polishing it, but we're gonna get as far as we're gonna get in the streams. And I think next stream will be much faster progress since I know more about Renpy now, and I don't have to look up every command, and I can just steal stuff that we already did. And yeah, we were trucking along with this. Let's see. If you guys have fun with this, I have fun with this, and we're gonna just keep on trucking. Might be that sometimes I will just do an Aaron Senkelfried bot coding stream or an RPG Maker stream in between, depending on whether or not I have work to do for these two projects. So it might be that I think we will need about 3 streams for the visual novel to be finished. And maybe there will be other stuff in between, because Sunday is more like the what kind of game development do I want to do today? So yeah, if you want to know what kind of games I do, I am on itch.io as an indie game developer, and I have 2 games now uploaded for public access. One is called Your Channel, which is done on stream during the Bullet Jam game jam, and is a Twitch chat controlled bullet hell game. So your chat can send you patterns that kill you. So you need someone to raid to, probably. We're gonna get to raiding soon. I'm just gonna finish my advertisements. And I have a new game released on it. It's a bit buggy because it was in my early time with Unity, but it's called Pounce, and you're a lion on a mission, pouncing through. I think it has 7 levels. It doesn't have more. I think it has 3 or 4 levels per area, 2 areas plus 1 final stage. So it's a very short game. It's like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And yeah, you can download both of them for free and play them. Let me know how you like them if you did. Other than that, I guess that's it. So now we can go to the rating part. Who is Tekrith and what does he play? Is he really playing what I think he's playing? He's playing Bendy and the Ink Machine. How do you guys like horror? Plays Bendy and the Ink Machine, yeah. That's an indie horror game. So that's... She, yeah. Is she playing? Tech got a promotion celebration on stream. Oh, she got a promotion too. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna rate her. You like her, I guess. You seldom recommend bad people. And a bit of horror after the silliness of this visual novel might be good for all of us. So let's rate Tekrith. What are we gonna raid with? I don't even know. We don't have a catchphrase. Love to the marine animal rescue. Let's call it that way. Let's say it that way. Love to the marine animal rescue. So Tekrith. All right. I really really enjoyed this first regular coding stream. I know we had last Sunday where I did a bit of RPG Maker stuff, but I also did a lot of other stuff in gaming and stuff, and this is now back to doing coding stuff, doing creative game development work, and I really like it, and I look forward to it, and this will be regular now, so it's probably not always gonna be 17:30. Maybe sometimes it will be later, sometimes it will be earlier, but I will always announce this on the beginning of each week. Again, on Wednesday there will be no Paper Mario stream since I'm not at home. I am in Styria, so there might be something else coming, but I'm not sure if I will be able to, because I don't think the internet in Steins will be able to handle streaming. So don't expect something this week. Sunday though will be coding stream. We will be continuing this visual novel, hopefully together. And with that, I wish you all a great rest of the Sunday. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you had a super awesome week, and I hope you will have a super awesome week. When will Kotor cut in line? Next Wednesday. Also, like, not this Wednesday that's now skipped, but the Wednesday after that, we're going to be playing at least another hour of Knights of the Old Republic. I still have my save from back then. Though, as you said, we should probably respec our character, since I now know why you shouldn't go shooty in this game. So I guess we will have to be replaying everything. It's probably the best thing anyway, since I don't remember too much of the controls anymore. So yeah, we're gonna cut in line with KOTOR. So I guess we will be playing it, depending on how long we take, we will be playing it to the point where I already has been. So like on the planet and talking to these people there and maybe stopping the crime in progress. And then we will add another cut in line with Knights of the Old Republic to give it a fair chance, because you want me to play more than what we already saw, so I want to give it that chance for the points that you have given me and for the support you've given me. So we will probably have 2 cut in line sessions with Knight of the Old Republic to give it a fair shake. Or maybe I'm just, yeah, let's do it that way. Let's do 2 times. I think that's fair. Oh please not, on that Wednesday I'm on a Fortbildung and can't watch. Yeah, well, the first Wednesday will only be playing to the point where we already have been. Please not on the 7th of October. Okay, it's your cut in line, so how about we do it when you're available? So we're gonna do Knights of the Old Republic on the 14th of October? Mods are available too. Yeah, but it's not the same if you want to interact with chat and stuff, so I can get it. I can get if you want to be live with it. But how about 14th of October? I'm flexible. You can talk to me. I'm so flexible. I'm sitting here in a doggo suit. I have no shame. Well, I do have a bit of shame, so. 13th should do. I'm not streaming on the 13th. 13th is probably... Oh no, 13th is the Wednesday. I just looked it up wrong. Yeah, 13th. If that changes, let me know at the beginning of the week so I don't announce it, but... Yeah, let's do it that way. But now, I wish you much fun with Tekrith and Bendy and the Ink Machine, which is what if Walt Disney was a demon worshipping cultist and found a way to make their cartoons alive and kill people. That's what Bendy and the Ink Machine is basically about. So hope you have fun. And with that, see you Sunday in a week. So see you in a week. Have a good week. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Talk to me. And yeah, just like always, thanks for watching and stay awesome. Let's see if we can get those going now, because my end credits never work. Nah? Are they coming? Oh, there they are. Again, stay awesome. And Nicole, thank you for your support. Thank you everybody who's bidding or subbing on this small little stream. It helps out a lot and keeps them going. Yeah. Thank you, Gerpe, for the sub. Thank you, Gamer Bear, for the sub. Thank you, Chrissy, for the sub. I guess that were all the gift subs. Yeah. No, Kepler subbed. Bye.